I just want to go to Kevin Hassett. Now, of course, you remember Kevin. You'll be likely seeing him again in a Trump administration if it comes to pass. The former Council of Economic Advisors chairman, widely recognized on both sides, being a very smart cookie, and that he is. Kevin, the last time we dealt with any type of controls, I remember it was a big deal when Richard Nixon was looking at wage and price controls and all. Can the government force that kind of issue? Isn't it really like an artificial restraint?
Well, it certainly is. I think that as a legal matter, the approach that the Biden administration has taken is something that they could probably legislate, and I think it would stand up under the courts because they're withdrawing federal aid with this rent control program. But the history of rent control is truly, truly awful because what it does is it attacks supply. If you look at what's going on in America right now, like about half the inflation over the last year comes from housing and from rents, and rents are up almost $400 or $500 a month for the average person, and that's really, really hitting them hard. And what you need to do is relax zoning so that you can have more construction and do something to feed supply. But instead, what the Biden administration is doing is attacking it. And again, the history of rent control is that people don't build new buildings because they don't think that they're going to be able to make a profit if prices change, right? So if there's a 5% cap, suppose that Biden spends a lot of money and there's 6% inflation next year, you don't want to own that building with a 5% cap. And so therefore, people won't build the buildings right now.
Well, it certainly takes the market away from a free market. But let me ask you as well about this ticket that's now official for Republicans, Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. They differ in some areas. J.D. Vance, for example, wants a higher minimum wage. He wants higher taxes on some companies. I don't believe Donald Trump is keen on either of those. Trump will be the boss, of course, if that comes to pass. What do you make of this? Because it's a very populist ticket and very non-traditional views on the economy that some are interpreting as igniting inflation, or could. What do you think?
Right. Well, you know, I know Senator Vance very well. It was just a few weeks ago that he and I hung out and had some appetizers and a drink at a bar down in Palm Beach. And I got to know him very well before that, but also over the last couple of months. And I can just say that he's one of the most, and I'm not being political. I hope you know, Neil, that I'm not that guy who gets political spin from people. But he's just one of the smartest, most talented people I know. I think that he's the kind of person that is probably the future of the Republican Party just because he's so charismatic. You know, he wrote a best-selling book because he understands how to talk about things. That's a very different future. A lot of people remember Ronald Reagan and cut taxes and ignite growth that way and no tariffs and all of that. And now we could have an administration that will be going the opposite direction. Now, that might work, and it might be a cheese, but what do you think of it? No, it's not the opposite direction at all. If you think about like the anchors, you know, President Trump has a platform. It's not the 2025 thing. It's his platform. It's there at the convention. And like the top two things are deregulation and tax cuts. And Senator Vance is 100% on board with the Trump agenda. And the fact is that you remember, Neil, when you and I were talking about the tax cuts when I was in the White House, I said a lot of stuff about what would happen to growth. And President Biden said corporate profits have doubled. Actually, it's about true. Corporate tax revenue is about double, too, just like we said would happen in the 2017 tax cuts. And so what's going to happen is the Trump agenda is going to make America great again. And to the extent that Senator Vance has thoughts about policies that will work or not, if the Trump agenda works, of course he'll change his mind as he sees the data. He's a very
well, no, you're right about that. When you're the number two, you acquiesce to the number one. I get that. But real quickly, though, the early read in the bond market, and it's dissipated somewhat, Kevin, as you know, was that whatever Donald Trump will bring with him, they see the same growth possibilities that you do, but they also see the inflation that comes with it. They refer to these tariffs that the former president is considering. Do you inflation returning?
I think that's a partisan story right now. But if you think about it, you know, what policies from the Trump administration first term have changed so much that an administration that gave you 3% growth and, you know, 1.9% inflation is suddenly going to give you really high inflation. So President Trump is saying that stuff I did, it worked. I'm going to double down on that. But he's not changing his story radically from the first term. And so if those policies gave us 1.9% inflation in the past, you got to explain to me, well, why is it all of a sudden going to be 4 or 5% now? And I haven't seen a good story. And what it means is this Trump's bad for inflation story is just a bunch of, you know, partisan Nobel Prize winning economists and so on. And they don't really have an argument. They say it, but explain to me why. And why is it different now compared to what it was in the last term? And there isn't really a good story for that.
So I've heard all sorts of jobs teased for you because everyone has great respect for you, but you could be a future Fed chairman. You could be a Treasury secretary. You could run the entire Council of Economic Advisors and just take over that job again. Where are you on this, and what do you want to do?
You know, I am not angling for this job or that job, and I think that I endorse President Trump. I support him enormously, and if he needs me to do something, then of course I would try to help if I could. But I really, am ready and willing to stay on the outside and do the work that I'm doing as well. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's cart before the horse time. You don't really know who's going to get what job and what the president wants to do. But I can say that the president does what he wants when he's hiring people, and that just about everybody I know that was with the president at the end of the last administration is eager to go back in with him and finish the job. And so one of the other stories against him is nobody wants to work for him. That's completely false. I think everyone I know.
But you're not angling for anything.
Back.
See, like I'm angling for Guy Fieri's job. I think he's that whole food thing.
No, I want your job, or I want to be quarterback of the Patriots. I guess those are the two big ones for me, but it's probably not going to happen.
I don't know. They love you here as well. Always good seeing you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Kevin Hassett on all of that.